So coding might have just changed forever because NVIDIA have announced ChatRTX, an AI model that allows you to personalize your own GPT model connected to your own content, so your documents, your notes or other data, which is all powered by your local GPU on your computer. And I got the chance to test it out. So today I want to show you what this tool can do, which is for now just in demo, but I think just with this demo we'll be able to see just the amazing capabilities that this has for us programmers. Thank you for NVIDIA for sponsoring this video. If you want to try out ChatRTX and create your own local chatbot powered by NVIDIA GeForce RTX GPUs, you can download the demo from the link down below in the description. All right, so it's time to see how this works. And as we see how it works, I'm going to talk about how this is very different to the other GPT tools that you might have used in the past. So the whole idea here is that first of all, you're going to install this Chat with RTX application on your computer. For now, it just works on Windows and you need to make sure you have the correct specs. You can read about that down below, but I have this laptop in here with a powerful enough NVIDIA GPU. So after you install everything, you're going to get this application on your desktop and you're just going to click on it, and that's going to open up this sort of PowerShell window that's going to like initialize the application. And after all of that is done, the interface itself is going to open up on your browser on your local host, just like this. And what you have on here are a couple of things. First of all, the left hand side here, you have the LLM model that you are using. So you can choose either this Mistral model or the Llama model. These are just like different LLM models that work slightly different. You can read more about them down below if you want to. And this is going to be the interface. But the first way where this is really revolutionary is that what you can do up here is you can choose a data set. So essentially you can get ChatRTX to point to your local files on your computer. Like for example, here I've chosen this scripts folder that I have in here. And then what I can do is I can ask ChatRTX questions directly about my files. So I can prove to you that right here in my folder, I've got this script that's just like a sample video script. And then I've given ChatRTX access to this folder and I'm able to ask it questions directly about the contents of the files on my computer. Like here, can you summarize the script in the file inside the folder? I've given you as context, and it's able to tell me that it's about programming, the basics of it, whatever it is about. And it even links the file itself in the chat so I can click on it and open it if I want to. So this is really revolutionary because let's say you're using this to do research on some topic, for example, and you have a folder with all your research, like your notes, maybe some like documents that you're using, things like this. You can just link that folder directly to ChatRTX, and then ChatRTX will be able to like find things for you from that. You could like ask like, okay, did I already do research on this topic? Or let's say you have a folder with a bunch of invoices and you want to find details about a certain invoice, like, okay, what was the day of this invoice? Like, what was the amount for this? Like all of these kind of things. Or can you add up the totals of the invoices? The possibilities are endless. So for now in this demo, ChatRTX can only access TXT, PDF and doc files. But once, let's say we get to the point where it's able to access code files like Python files, JavaScript files, then it's going to be able to also answer questions directly about your code without you having to give it the code to the chat in this interface. But other than that, this interface is very similar to other GPT tools. Like you might imagine, you can ask it questions just like anything else. You can ask like, can you tell me the best programming language? Just like that, and it's gonna give you the answer. And the other thing, and this is the second thing that is really revolutionary about this, is that this is going to be blazingly fast, specifically because this model is running directly and being augmented by the NVIDIA GPU that's directly locally on your computer, rather than having to go through the internet like most other tools like this do. Which means that this response that I just got, for example, was absolutely blazingly fast. They're also using a technology called TensorRT LLM. That's basically a technology they've used to like make this whole chatting process a lot more optimized, a lot more fast, and things like this. And the speed differences between this and normal GPT models can be up to 4 times 6x based on their research, which is pretty cool, that will just save you so much time when you're developing or whatever you're doing. So you can ask it questions like this. You can even just say, okay, code me a sample React app, just like you can with anything else. The other thing that is perhaps not something you might have considered is that usually when you're chatting with a chat tool, what's going to happen is that that data that you give the tool is then going to be used by the model itself to train it further and stuff like that. So you probably don't want to give most models access to any kind of sensitive data. But again, because all of this is happening locally using your NVIDIA powered machine, there's no issue with giving it access to basically all the data you have on your computer, because it's never leaving your computer. It's all being powered locally by your GPU, which makes this the most secure kind of GPT tool you can use. So anytime you want to give it different context, you want to link it to a different folder, you just click on this button here, and then it's going to open your file browser. So let's say I choose this folder right here. It's going to load up a bit. It's sort of like building the context inside of itself now to understand all the contents of the file inside of this folder that I've given it. Let's see if it's able to understand it. And just like that, it's able to go to the folder, describe to me what is inside of it, describe the contents of the file itself, just like that. And obviously you can imagine a bunch of things you could do with this. So I think this is pretty cool. Obviously we all know we live in the age of AI. We live in an age where all of this is changing very quickly, and with NVIDIA's ChatRTX AI, it'll really be interesting to see where all of this technology goes. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about all these AI tools in general. Thank you again for NVIDIA for partnering with me on this video and allowing me to test out this product and show it to you. And with that said, obviously with new tools, new things comes new opportunities, but also new challenges. And I recently made a video, which is right here, where I go through the exact step-by-step path that I would take right now in 2024 if I wanted to learn to code from completely scratch and get a job even in the 2024 market, which can be a bit difficult. So go watch that video next if you wanna take yourself seriously and see how you can use this new age of AI to your advantage and get ahead of other people. So I'll see you in that video.